y'all? Welcome to Veezu Detroit. I'm your host, Sky.
Y'all need to wait, Shirley. Tonight we got another hot show for y'all as usual. We got Fluff hanging out with us from Slapper Camp. What up, DJ Fluff?
What's up, Sky? What's up, Silly?
What's going on with you, man? How was your Father's Day?
Oh, Father's Day was good. My little man ran around on his bike. That's all he did. That's all he wanted to do.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, Silly, what was you doing besides ignoring people's texts on Father's Day? How was your Father's Day?
Watching the game.
Man, my team lost. Did anybody lose any money on the game? You lose any money on the game?
No, I don't even want to tell him what I was doing.
It's okay. Steph
So
got me next time.
So who we got tonight for him, Sky?
Tonight we have a really dope show. We have Brandon Scarber, who is a business persona. He has a lot going on, a man of many hats. Definitely got to check him out. And we also have rapper and lyricist Veezu, who's really dope and hot out in the streets. I'm hearing his name all over the place, so you don't want to miss a second of what's getting said. Tonight we're going to get schooled a little bit. We have Brandon Scarber here from ASI Art Consulting. He has a really, truly inspirational story. A man of many hats, a lot going on. I can't wait to talk to him about all of it. Please help me welcome Brandon Scarber.
What's going on with you?
How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, man. Real blessed.
Likewise.
So thanks for coming out. Now tell me this. I heard your story, a little bit of it. And I'm like, man, this dude overcame a lot, man. Why don't you just tell Detroit a little bit about you, you know?
No different than anybody else, man. Grew up in a single-parent home. I have a younger sibling, my sister Brandy, about 10 years apart. Father was incarcerated my whole life, so I didn't get a chance to meet him. My grandparents played a very active role in my life, specifically my grandfather.
That's cool.
So, pretty much the short and sweet of it.
So did you play any kind of, youth sports when you was coming up, man?
Oh, absolutely, man. I was definitely a full-time jock. So my main sport was basketball. Played that majority of my life.
What high school you went to?
King High School.
Oh, man. Shout out to Crusaders.
Yep.
So you play basketball for King?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You both like a football player. You still doing some sports stuff?
Yeah, I still move around a little bit. It's just the daddy weight.
Oh, the daddy weight?
Yeah, it's just daddy weight.
Okay, well, it's good. It's good weight.
So I understand that you got your own artist management consulting company. Tell us something about that. What made you kind of get into that?
Well, it's not artist management. It's just general entertainment consulting.
Oh, entertainment. Okay.
So under that umbrella, artist development is one of the things that I do. I also do event planning and marketing and promotions.
Okay.
But I pretty much can work with any individual or any entity at whatever level they are in music and entertainment. So that's pretty much the industry I specialize in. So if you need a showcase put on, if you're trying to have a listening session, release party, if your artists need studio booking, if they need a producer, they need songwriters, if they need copywriting or publishing, whatever juncture you are in the process, I can work with you.
Okay, that's cool.
So you like the plug of music. So you can pretty much help with anything. Whatever you need, I got you.
That's your new title now.
You the plug.
Yeah, I'm a humble guy. That's definitely a long-term goal. I'm just still growing and developing right now.
I'm gonna be confident for you. I'm gonna put you on Instagram like the plug. Hit him up.
I got you.
Let's talk about the connection with Uncle P, with Uncle P and the Underground Hip Hop Awards and all that. How did that come about?
Shout out to my business partner, Uncle P, and DetroitRap.com.
Okay, Uncle P, shout out.
Uncle P, he his own legend in the making in his own right. He been doing what he been doing for about 3 decades, roughly.
Wow.
Founded Detroit Rap, I believe, in 2001, 2002, circa around there. So the site's been up well over 10 years. We crossed paths because I was promoting my artist, Veezu. And he noticed how I was promoting and how hard I was pushing him. And about a couple years ago, he had the idea about doing an award show, but he hadn't really got off the ground with it. And so during like our downtime with the campaign, he approached me and was like, hey, you know, I noticed what you was doing with your artists. I think this would be a good fit and it'll help get you more exposure in the city as an individual. So, you know, if you want to try it out, you know, let's try it out. And we spent the fall of 2014 planning and strategizing and marketing, and we had the first award show in January 2015, and then we had our second one this year in January 2016.
Okay.
So it was pretty much started to get exposure, like was it like what actually made you all decide to do it? Was it just because you wanted to get the different artists that you all were working with out, or?
Well, for Uncle P, I think it was to add another type of platform to big up the talent in the city. Okay. So when you think about Detroit is a melting pot of a lot of, I would say, dreams deferred. So a lot of people have great visions and great ideas for what they want to do, but because of the nature or just the tradition in the city and people having dreams that don't always get realized, it's a lot of platforms that don't really take artists the long way. So you might get a couple looks here and there. You might get an interview here and there if you're fortunate, but there's not like a steady platform that an artist can say, okay, if I get on here and I do my thing on here, I know for certain it's gonna help get me to the next level. So I think with the award show, Uncle P wanted to bring something together that can champion the artists who have been consistent, the labels that have been consistent, the DJs that have been consistent, and every other, you know, facet of the artist community. And like I said, for me, it was just taking another opportunity to showcase what I can do individually, because everybody that knew me before, as far as the music side goes, just knew me from pushing my artists.
Okay, so I was actually at the Underground Hip Hop Awards this year, and I was so proud, man, to see like Detroit, you know, people from Detroit celebrating the work that people from Detroit then put in, and we was just it was a big thing, you know. I was actually doing some film work for the Michigan Chronicle. Mm-hmm. Big ups to Patrice Massey, you know.
Shout out,
good
Trish.
people, good people. So what actually goes into like creating those ballads? How do you come up with that?
It's a lot, man. Myself, Uncle P, and our team of people that we had to help us, we do a lot of research. We hit up like 30 plus tastemakers in the city, everybody from managers to radio people to the key producers in the city, key videographers in the city. And we just asked them, you know, pretty much a survey of questions of, you know, who they feel in each category they want to nominate as like their top 5 in each area. And we consolidate that. And then on top of all that, we do our own individual research to kind of fill in the initial categories. And then we always leave a space where people can write themselves in. And so if you get your fan base to write you in X amount of times, then you can make the official ballot, and then we still count in all your write-in votes to your total vote total.
Oh, okay, that's
good
cool.
to know you can
That's cool.
write people in. That's what's up.
I
Okay.
ain't gonna lie. I wrote myself in one time. I had like a
So you was nominated for?
No, I was nominated, but I was nominated in Soundproof.
Okay.
So it
In
was like,
Soundproof,
you know
okay.
what? It was like no reason. I was like, you know what? I'm Soundproof, so I'm gonna represent the whole.
Okay.
Okay, well, shout out to Fluff because you made Soundproof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Fluff Period because he made the ballot.
Right,
You know,
it's a period.
yeah.
And Silly gonna make the next ballot. So
Oh,
shout
what's
out
good?
to you.
Detroit gonna make the next ballot.
We all gonna be on the ballot. Okay, well, we're gonna take a quick break, but don't go too far because we have some more questions with Brandon.
So keep it locked to What's Good Detroit.
Okay.
Welcome back. We still have Brandon hanging out with us, talking about the Underground Hip Hop Awards. So, Brandon, this your Underground Hip Hop Awards. Was Veezu a part of that, the artist?
Yes, he performed in one of our performance segments called Rhythm and Bars. So it was like our special freestyle segment, in which we had different MCs kind of like, not really battle, but kind of freestyle together at the same time.
Oh, that's
so it
what's
was
up
just
right
to
there.
present like another performance element, just other than the traditional performance.
I keep hearing he's fire on the freestyle. I can't wait to hear him. I
Yeah,
want to hear him
he-
live. I want to see it.
Yeah, he's a real MC. He got that pedigree in him.
He's dope.
Yeah, I heard a few things, you know, doing some research, and I think he a real good artist, dope artist, man. Something
Appreciate
different. Something different. Yeah. Okay, now what's some of the things you want to give to an artist or tell an artist, like far as that wants to get their music out there, but they don't have the avenue to?
First thing I would tell them to do is, however they're making an income, make sure they take at least 25 to 30% and put it away, because everything as far as really getting your music out there is going to require a budget. And it's not so much, I mean, to a certain extent, when you get to a certain point, it is about a bigger dollar amount, but initially, you know, you can get a lot done, you know, for a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
So you think a couple $1,000 will get
But that's a good way you put it, as, you know, just every time you, whatever source of income you make, just put 25 to 30% away of it and for your budget. That's a good way.
Yeah, a lot of it's just discipline. I think
Yeah,
mass
self-discipline.
media makes it seem like everybody is an overnight celebrity,
Yeah.
and things just kind of fall and just happen. But a person told me once before it takes 5 to 7 years to become an overnight celebrity. So where we think they're overnight,
They're
they've
not.
been doing what they've been doing for at least
Yeah.
5 to 7 years.
So what's some of the common mistakes that you see some artists make out here?
Oh man, it runs the gambit. I mean, everything from putting music out and it's not protected, so it's not copywritten, it's not published, it's not mixed or mastered. They just went to somebody's studio somewhere,
Yeah.
laid down the track, and next thing you know, it's on YouTube, it's on SoundCloud, and it's like,
See, that's
I'm out
one of
here.
my pet peeves right there. It's like going to a studio and then just dropping on something and then you thinking you done with it. No, you ain't done with it. You know, mix and mastering is
Very important.
Is very, very important.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you don't know, you only operating off of what you do
This is
know.
what you do know.
But when you do learn, you know, you're supposed to do better.
You're right. You're right.
We're back, and joining us is Detroit rapper Veezu. He's a rapper and a lyricist, and I emphasize on the lyricist because he is pretty dope. His new project, Name Me King, is making a lot of noise in the streets. He's dope, he can write, and he kind of looks like Trey Songz. Let's check him out.
Whatever changes you have to make, then you just do it. You got to think about your life. Being a black man in America isn't easy. The hunt is on.
How old was you when you was on that one, man?
Stones make them think I'm enslaved. They show the king in me. Young king like Egypt, still dream like Martin. Finesse with my finish, not tripping by how I started.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was.
He out here doing his thing.
It look like you be having some fun up in there, man. You know, like you got energy, man. You know.
Good vibes, man.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
So now tell us a little bit about Veezu, man. Where you from?
I'm from Detroit. I grew up in Detroit. I spent a lot of my youth in Detroit. I started pursuing music professionally since 14 with Brandon Scarber. So a lot of that's been in the Midwest region, Detroit area
I
specifically.
like how you say professionally and not local. You know
Yeah, I
what I'm
can
saying?
say
Because that's
local.
what I be saying. Like, we just let's get out this local mindset. You know, just if you're gonna do it, you an artist. You know what I'm saying? Not a local artist, you an artist.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Now I've been listening to some of your music, man, and I'm like, you got some real hip hop in you.
Yes,
And you
sir.
like only 20 though. You know what I'm saying? Where that come from? I mean, young cats ain't spitting like that, man. You got like like I was telling Fluff, I said he got like a little Lupe and what else I say, Fluff?
A little bit of Kendrick.
A little Kendrick and Jay. You know, I was like,
like
man, he
real
got it
hip-hop.
all in
You
one.
know,
You know what I'm
gotta check
saying?
In his own style. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Man, I kind of feel like I'm in that time where I got to see the good, like the greats, the goods that's in the great category, and then the great people, like
Yeah.
you know, like Jay-Z's, and you know, I was forced to go back and listen to like DOC and like Rakim and KRS-One,
Yeah,
Redman,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, all the good guys, and you know, I also got to see the other side of the game where you got people like Designer, we got Futures, we got Drakes, I got you know, Lil Uzi Verts, Lil Yachty, like Lil Yachty. I mean,
Dope artists right
Yeah,
there.
and I feel like, you know, they're all equally are as great, but because the time is different, the era in the music is different, they're great. Their rubric isn't necessarily the same as the one prior to this time. So I feel like being in that age group and just being in the time frame that I'm in and just being able to, you know, experience it all and observe it all, that's kind of got
Okay, so look, what's the process like? Is you pen and pad with it, or is you off the dome, or
pen and
you on
pad,
the phone?
man. I'm a pen and pad guy. I can't. When I started, I was really like anybody could get it off the top. Like you gonna have it. Like, I'm gonna let you have it. Like I don't care. This could be your set. As soon as you say it's a cipher, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over because I got to show you that. But you know, getting in when we did Focus, this project right here, man, it was kind of more so like writing concepts.
Can we get some
Oh
of
yeah,
them
most
copies?
definitely. Y'all go ahead and check those out.
Okay.
Yeah, put those in the
You got
CD
some
player.
more, man? You got some more?
I got actually a lot more. Brandon Scarber has them all.
Yeah, let me
Like, I
get
got 'em.
some.
But no, man, when we started writing
yeah.
for Focus, it was more so like giving people introspective piece of art that really told my story. You know, gave them, you know, a real exclusive look at who I am, where I come from, why I do it, why I'm trying to do it, where I'm trying to go. And I was forced to kind of write conceptually. So I think getting there, that's kind of where it was like, all right, I can freestyle and I know I have that skill, but let me push for something bigger. Let me do something, you know, bigger with the pad. And I don't know.
So Focus was your first joint?
It wasn't the first
project?
No, the first solo project was Gotham City.
Gotham City?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
That
cool.
came out 2011, right?
2012.
2012.
So how long you been doing this?
Since 14. Man.
Since 14?
Yeah, since about 14.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
I'm digging this artwork, bro. Like, who did the artwork?
A lot of the ideas, man, a lot of the concepts come straight from B Scarb. Like the process is simple. Like what'll happen is, you know, since I've been doing it, all of my resources have come from this man right here. So
That's cool.
needless
That's
to say,
love.
without
That's
this
love,
guy, man, yeah, oh, tremendously, some
That's
tremendous
love.
amount of love. Without this guy, man, a lot of the stuff I have to present, I probably wouldn't have to present.
So are y'all related?
No.
Blood can make us no closer.
Blood can make them closer.
I'm just saying. But why I say that, because, you know, for somebody to step in and ain't even related to you, but that's how it be sometimes.
Yeah,
A lot of times it's always the ones that's not related to you that'll go up the bat for you.
I just think,
First,
you know, people, when somebody believes in you and it's genuine, they'll cross every mountain, they'll dot every I, cross every T for you. And you know, I can't, honestly, right now, I can't say nobody else has been there for me like B's been there.
That's
the
a
whole
blessing.
way.
That's a blessing. That's
It
a
is.
blessing. All right, so tell me the moment when you was like, I'm gonna be a rapper. You know, like, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm gonna do.
Man, I just remember being in the 8th grade classroom. I had a teacher named Mr. Durden, and then I think he was teaching like economics.
What school?
It was CMA.
CMA?
Yep,
Okay.
CMA. And it was cool.
Big ups to CMA.
And I'm in the classroom, and everybody's just getting it, everybody laughing, and some people doing work, some people not. And I'm like, yo, what I'm writing right here, this is so much more important than everything that's going on. So I had to finish it. I just said, bro, at the end of this hour, y'all gonna know I'm the coldest. I'm the coldest here. I'm the coldest in the city. I'm coming. I'm the coldest. Just,
So you spit for him? You let
no,
him hear?
you know, I tried to get to that point. At that point in time, it wasn't like V spit. It was like I had to make them. Like I had to just go out in the hallway and just,
Make
hey, bro,
them.
yeah, just check me out. And I think at that point, when I finished that verse for me, because I didn't get to spit it to nobody, but after I finished it for me and just read it over 3 more times, I was like, yeah, bro, I'm doing this. This is cool.
So how did y'all start working together? Like, how did that happen?
9th grade year at CMA, I was dating this girl named Ajane. And her dad had found out that I did music through one of his friends. And he put together a label called Varsity Music Group with some of his close acquaintances. And Brandon was one of those guys that I met when he was like, yo, these are the people going to be on the label. And, you know, I'm going to trust the company to Brandon. You know, he's got all these degrees in business, and he's just a good guy. So this is Brandon. That was like the introduction. And I didn't know that he would play the role that he's playing right now for me. But just off the vibe and how they presented him to me, I knew he was the important piece. Like, he was someone that you should probably, you know, take to. And I don't know, it just grew. Like, he just was like, he just took me under his wing. And he just started catering to my career. He catered to, you know, my artistry, the studio, a lot of the artwork, you know, a lot of the showcases. Like, this guy actually, instead of like, I used to want to play in the NBA. I'm just gonna say this real quick. I used to want to play in the league. And then when I found out it's probably too late to do that, I was like, yo, I'll probably start my own league. And what was so cool was, like, this guy was like, yo, it's platforms you need to be on, and he'll like send it to platforms, and we'll, you know, go in. Even if we're not on the show, we'll go and just support. And then he started creating platforms for me. So it was like, it's pretty dope. Like, instead of, you know, putting you somewhere where you get exposure, we're gonna create it from the ground up. That way, from the jump, like from 0 to 100, it's 100% you, even though it's not about you, because you got to share that spotlight. But I'll show you how to do the business. I'll show you how to understand the business side, because the artist side, you're cool. He always tells me that, like, man, creative, you know, your creative flow is there. but I need you to understand the business side. That way you got it solid. It's cool. Like nobody could knock you down. And I don't know, man. Since I met him at that meeting, we've been rocking. We've been rolling.
That's cool.
So Brandon is all about education, business. So what's the most valuable lesson you feel like you learned from him so far?
Oh man, you ready?
He was ready. Hey, Detroit ready too. Detroit ready too, man. Tell Detroit.
Don't shed a tear.
He used to tell me all the time, like, man, listen. Like he'd be so like aggressive with it, like because he was like, I had to understand. He was like, man, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. And I wasn't hearing
that right there.
I wasn't hearing that.
Real. I like that.
I wasn't hearing it. I'm like, bro, This is 16 that I put my soul into, so I need that to hit like the freshman list. I need BT to get that. And he was like, sometimes it don't go like that. And like that was just one of the things that stood out over the years. And like up until this point, it was like now I say that to other people. And they're like, bro, what you talking about? And it's just so cool how to see, you see that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say it to other people because I got it from y'all.
Because it's real.
Too, bro.
It's real. Yeah, it's real. It means a lot.
I can put that on the shirt.
Like one of my first times meeting Carol, I think my first or second time, she was saying like how the game is not for the weak or the meek of pocket, and that's another one I remember because it's really not. Like if you don't have a budget, you don't even have to be the biggest budget, but if you don't have a working budget to push yourself, you're not gonna.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because we don't care about talent no more. Like we can put you in the studio and make the coldest song, but if your numbers aren't there, like we're gonna take a chance with the garbage artist who's got the numbers because we know for sure we're gonna see something.
Yeah,
so
true.
That's what's up.
So this question is for both of y'all because me and Silly been going back and forth on this for a minute now. Do you all feel like as a rapper you need to be able to write your own lyrics to be considered good?
To be a true MC, I think, first of all, rapper, MC, entertainer, those are all different roles in my opinion.
Yeah.
So they're all different. But to be like a true MC, like a true household name or somebody like to be in the conversation, I think you should be able to. Like I don't think if you've never wrote for yourself, you've never written anything of yours, you can't be in the conversation because you got guys who day in, day out, all they do is use that pen.
I feel you because I write everything I do, all my material. That's all I do is use the pen. And that's why I was kind of excited that you said that you use the pen, because some of them like, oh, you still using the pen, you use your phone, or nobody use the pen no more. Like, no, man, it comes out better.
I feel like since the Drake wave, man, a lot of people jumped on the BlackBerry, iPhone, notepad thing. It was cool, but I always
like to scribble. If that ain't there, I'm gonna scribble that out real quick and just, and keep it going.
Yeah, I always like the idea, the feeling of actually falling into my page, man. Like you'll be writing something and you'll be so emotionally attached to what you're saying that you'll fall right in. Like I've been in class, like I'll get in class and class is in for like 10 minutes, but I'll get to writing and class is over by the time I look up. Because I'm so I'm so involved and I'm so tied to what I'm doing in this page. Like on my phone, I can't really do that. Sometimes I look at my phone too long. I get a headache.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, but when we get back, Veezu is gonna do a little freestyle for us. We got a little freestyle challenge for him. I'll explain after the break.
Don't touch that dial.
Don't touch it. It's hot. So we're gonna have a little fun with Veezu. It's gonna be a freestyle challenge. So what we'll do is we'll flash some pictures up on the screen. He'll have to incorporate the images into his freestyle. So y'all ready?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Hey. That's Somali on it?
Somali.
I don't know. Name me king and name me Lo-ki. What you, Like, I just let the images roll. I feel like that'll help me out.
Let the images roll.
Let the images roll. Yeah, I get in my zone. Like, what is you on? Tell them put some respect on it. Put some respect on it and come to get check on it. That's just definite. Resume say I'm good with it. This is new era like a new fitted. I'm a young guy and I travel with it like I switch the pivot. Check the analytics. Oh man, check the camera angle. Why he crying? Get that boy face. Man, I've been connected kinda like a cable. Check the resume that's Under Armour. Got the Under Armour like I'm Stephen Curry. I be shooting on them. It's a facial form. If they reaching for him and they vision blurry, they can't block a shot. It's a habitat. What is that? What is that? Feeling caliber. Steph Chin like looking like he got some cataracts. Oh, he mad because the boy lost. Yeah, I'm mad because Steph lost, and I wanted everything, but He with the Cavs hat. He with the Cavs hat. Hey, he gave that boy a hug, but where was his dad at? Man, I'm doing numbers on him. I should score on the ASVAB. Man, and where I've been building and building, I feel like an Aztec. I'm a lab rat. They can catch that. I'm an ape with a cab bag. They be shooting. I'm a jab back. They been tripping on the fast track. Hey, tell me stand back. That was it?
Hey.
Oh man, that can't be it, man.
Well, you just go.
Hey,
Don't right
I
now.
said keep going, keep going. Hey. Oh no, man. Hey, make me the king. All
We
right.
run out of time. Next show. But thank you so much, Veezu and Brandon, for coming out with us. Shout out to Fluff.
What's up,
Thank
yo?
you.
And shout out to the best audience for tuning in. Don't forget, if you have anybody that we should feature on the show, hit us up on Instagram or Facebook. We'll definitely check them out.
So catch us same time, same channel next week. What's good, Detroit?
Let's go Detroit.
Good Detroit.